10 o'clock time certain.
Yes, your 10 a.m. time certain is the report from Judith Lisi concerning the Straz annual update.
Thank you, board members. All of us sit on various different boards and councils, and one of the things that I think is most important, especially for the boards and councils that we sit on that receive substantial government funding from this board, is accountability and transparency, and I think it's also a good partnership that we receive occasional updates from these boards and councils. So the ones that I sit on, I strongly encourage leadership to come before us and to give those updates. We've heard a little bit from Judy this morning, but now I would like to turn this over to her so she can give us an update of some of the things that are going on at the Straz Center. Ms. Lisi.
Thank you, Commissioner Beckner. Once again, good morning. I'm Judy Lisi, President and CEO of our Straz Center for the Performing Arts, which, as you know, started as a public-private partnership and opened in September of 1987. And we will be celebrating 25 years now of service to Hillsborough County and all of our citizens here. I'm delighted to have been invited by Commissioner Beckner to give you a short report on some of the progress and some of our future hopes and aspirations. During our this upcoming season in 2012-2013, please look forward to many special events, displays, and programs and surprises celebrating not only 25 years of the Straz Center, but really of our whole community. Because I think when I look at my time here and the progress that our community has made regarding all quality of life issues and building up the entire community is really rather remarkable. And I think every day when we go through so many challenges, sometimes it's important to step back and take a look, as Commissioner Beckner reminded me to do this morning, to look back and see what we are progressing. We are building a greater community for all of our citizens. Back in the 1980s, Tampa's Performing Arts Center was just a dream for so many. And it came together as a public-private partnership of many visionaries and champions. And it wasn't an easy project. These projects never are. But however, these were true leaders, not just in Tampa, but in the state of Florida. Our Performing Arts Center was the first, the largest of its kind, the largest cultural organization south of the Kennedy Center when it opened. And since then, every major county now in Florida has a major performing arts center. So that was the kind of leadership. But leadership has to always come with courage, doesn't it? And these people really stuck to it and created a wonderful atmosphere. Now we have the Adrian Arsh Center in Miami-Dade and Kravis Center in West Palm, Broward Performing Arts Center. So they're just, and the new Phillips Center in Orlando, which will be $1 million project opening in 2014. When our Performing Arts Center opened, the Atlanta Constitution called it Tampa's Triumph. Miami News called it a dream fulfilled. Orlando Sentinel called it the finest cultural center in its 10-state area. Even so, I don't think many could have predicted that even though it got off to a shaky start, the Straz Center would become one of the most successful performing arts centers in our nation and has consistently ranked as one of the top venues for attendance in the world in the past decade. Briefly looking at our 25 years, our Performing Arts Center has grown into a 335,000 square foot campus, 5 distinctly different theaters, a community-based teaching conservatory, the Patel Conservatory, which is a national model, and even places like the Kennedy Center now are coming on board to develop that model. Multiple indoor and outdoor food and beverage venues, and major tourism and Riverwalk presence. But most importantly, world-class performances, including an internationally recognized opera series and Broadway series that serve as a major tourism attraction. In our 25 years, we have engaged more than 12.5 million Hillsborough County residents and world visitors to our performances, festivals, education programs, community partnerships, and conferences. Of the 600,000 people we serve annually through over 600 performances and 2,300 activities, more than 60,000 participate in our education programs through the Patel Conservatory curriculum and our partnerships with local schools and service agencies. More than 47,000 students, families, and business professionals come to the center from around the world to attend our superior training programs, to hold conferences and business meetings, including the Florida High School Thespian Conference, which is the largest thespian festival in the world. national and international ballet intensive program, vocal intensive programs on a national level, and National Performance Network and an International Performing Arts Youth Conference. As you can see, there's a pattern. We have a heavy objective to our youth. We think that arts always give creativity and opportunity and aspirations and the ability for young people to dream and to present themselves and to work collaboratively. Today, up to 17% of our Broadway series patrons are cultural tourists from out of the area, and we know that cultural tourists stay longer and spend more than other types of travelers. Because of our success, as Commissioner Beckner mentioned earlier, we've achieved $100 million local annual economic impact, over 100,000 annual hotel room nights generated, 1,500 local jobs supported annually, and $5 million in local and state revenues. And by the way, it is interesting to see that since the Performing Arts Center opened in 1987, we now have an incredibly beautiful arts district, a new park, and residential development. And this is what happens when communities contribute to envisioning what can happen as a result of its cultural institutions and their catalytic effect. We have other measurements of success too. We affect the quality of life for all residents in this area, especially for people who can't afford to take a trip to New York or London or see world-class work. We bring it here for all of our citizens. We are a major driver of tourism and business relocation. We provide windows onto the world and show other ways of life and cultures to all of our citizens, and we encourage the dreams and hopes of all who visit us. For example, some of our outreaches, we take visiting artists to work with both advocates and clients at the Spring Shelter for Victims of Domestic Violence. Very many similar programs to the Boys and Girls Clubs to help the children think beyond their circumstances and learn to express themselves. We have a full arts core at the Metropolitan Ministries. We teach teamwork, discipline, and commitment at East Tampa and the First Baptist Church of College Hill. And we have many more programs. You've had many other things too, but I just wanted to give you an example of what we do. Some of the memories of our patrons over years, a mother saying, "The look on my daughter's face during Lion King was priceless." We still talk about the night as one of the most wonderful evenings of our lives. Thank you for making all of our dreams come true. Straz Center has been one of the greatest joys of living here. And we hear so many people who choose to retire or who choose to relocate their businesses because they want their employees and they want that quality of life. It has been an amazing 25 years, but even as we celebrate the past, we do look at the future. One of our focuses this year is on our physical building. As we celebrate 25 years, the building is actually 25 years old. And she's starting to show a little wear, and we're doing a needs assessment to see how we can move this whole state-of-the-art center that we've developed and loved here forward for our community for the next 25 years, when we are actually now competing with $500 million projects around the state. But our future is bright. We continue to have the balanced budget each year. We truly believe in fiscal responsibility. We are confident in our mission, dedicated to our task, and committed to the arts and to our community. And as always, thank you so much for this opportunity and for allowing me to bring you up to speed on where we are. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lisi. Board members, are there any questions?
I just want to thank you for your leadership and everything that you do in our community. This is an unbelievable community asset, and we appreciate everything that you do.
Thank you, Commissioner. Have a good